What's happening, gents? It's your boy Alex back with another video. This one's going to be titled 10 Style Tips for Men. I'm going to try to make this short but to the point. Step number 10, how to roll up the sleeves correctly. So right now I call this the military tuck roll. It's my go-to because it's a more chillax vibe. It's more, you get out of work, go to the bar, you go hang out with your family. Something more subtle, and it looks great. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that right now. You want to begin with these buttons, unbutton them. The one on the bottom placket and the one right next to the forearm. Alright? Boom. So step number 1, I like creating a nice fold per se, right? Right below the elbow. Right below the elbow. So what that allows is fluid movement. And you just clean it up. And boom. That's number 10. Number 9. You're in the market for a suit. What suit to go for? You see a lot of different brands. You get H&M, you got Josephine Bank, you got Custom. I always recommend and encourage people to go with 100% wool. Polyester is okay, but there's pros and cons. So for example, cons with a polyester suit, it's not year round. You put that joint on in the summer, you're gonna be sweating bullets, believe me. Put it on in the winter, you're gonna be shivering. You heard? Also, polyester suits typically don't last that long because they're constructed very fast and in a manner where you just get them at an affordable price. Don't get me wrong, they're very affordable. But 100% wool suit is going to be year round and they're going to last way longer depending on how that's constructed. But I'm going to talk about that in a different video, the construction of a suit. Number 8, shoes. You want to make sure you have 3 pairs of shoes. So for example, I have these double long strap shoes. These happen to be Joseph Abboud, leather, really nice, alright, brown, okay? I'm also going to show you some of my others. Alright, you also want to make sure you get a boot. For example, this one has been used generously, you could just see. Obviously I can't walk or just bump into things too much. But a nice boot. Get yourself some boots. Alright? Also want to get a nice... Try not to get black because black, although it goes well with Navy suits if you're in Washington, D.C., nobody really looks at, if you have a Navy suit with black shoes because they don't really look at that. But if you really want to make an appearance, not an appearance, a good impression on people, go with a burgundy corduroy type shoe. And with these, I put foot taps on. These shoes have been heavily worn, maybe like 2 years. So this one is still intact. The one on the heel appears like it came off, so I gotta replace that. The cool thing about it is with a 100% leather shoe like this one, you can remove the sole. You see how this one is slowly starting to fall apart? I can replace the entire sole and save myself from buying another pair of shoes. Tip number 7. Cologne. I like to go with a more oil-based cologne. For example, I have this one right now on hand. It's called Le Intense by YSL. Really nice. Now, when you apply cologne, I always go for the main hot spots, right? Wrist, behind the ear, I try not to put them on my clothes because they might stain it if you are using an oil-based cologne. Now there are other colognes. For example, this one's called Eau de Toilette. Eau de Toilette, like you see those more frequently. Eau de Toilette colognes are good, don't get me wrong, but after a few hours they just evaporate. You don't smell them no more, and that's why you see a lot of men OD, that means over dramatically apply cologne when it's not necessary. Number 6, vest. I'm gonna put on a vest Oh, perfect. A gray vest. Yes, you get a matching vest, but most of the times, if you want to look dapper, you can go with a contrasting vest. I don't know if you can see my pants. Oh, my fly's open. A contrasting vest, right? What a contrasting vest does, it looks really good. I've worked at Joseph A. Bank, and I've helped, I would say, a lot of dozen weddings, and I've always wanted this look. It's always been a go-to look. Everybody loves it, especially for the groomsmen that want to look a little more different than the groom, the person that's getting married, right? So as you can see, this navy blue and the light gray give it a really nice contrast. Oh, and I did a mistake. You always want to leave the button, the bottom button of the vest untucked, because if you sit down or something like that, I don't know, it's just a thing. You don't button the bottom button of the vest, alright? Now if you have 2 buttons on your suit, only button the top one. If it has 3 buttons, button the first top 2 buttons, alright? Typically, people get 3 buttons if you're 6'2" and taller, or if you're getting a custom suit and you request 3 buttons. But most of the times it's 2 buttons. It's always this one, alright? And before you sit down anywhere, unbutton it. And that's just another style tip that you can go with, alright? I'm gonna take this off because I get pretty hot. Now, pocket squares. Pocket squares, it should complement your tie. They shouldn't match your tie necessarily. But if you want to match it, that's perfectly okay. I'm not hating on you, pimpin'. But look, for example, oh, this is perfect. Alright. Now let's see. Now with this one, I don't know if you can see it perfectly, but with this suit right here, as you can see, it has some olive green, a little bit of rustic orange into it. You can incorporate that with a nice lavender shirt, white, light blue, right? So pocket squares don't necessarily have to match your tie, alright? So now we're on number 4, style tip number 4. What do you want? So you're getting into the business sector. You want to look more professional. You're asking yourself, what should I get? Alright, this is what you're supposed to get, in my opinion. 1 navy, 1 charcoal suit, alright? Those are never going to go out of style, and try to give them a solid color. Like for example, I've had this solid charcoal suit for some time now, right? My buddies at Espeto, actually the first place I worked at, where they taught me a lot, the basics and fundamentals of a suit, hooked me up with a nice charcoal suit with a, I would say, ox blood interior, guts, whatever you want to call it. I call it lining. It looks very spectacular, right? You also want to make sure to get 2 types of slacks, chinos, right? They could be wool or they could be cotton, doesn't matter. I would go with either gray, black, khaki, or even burgundy. Burgundy's really hot thing that's going on, and I'm trying to get more gents into going into burgundy, right? Why I say that is because it's better than black, and it complements other things, so you could mix and match things, but that's for another video. And 1 sport coat. It doesn't matter what you do, just get 1 sport coat. For example, I have this sport coat right here, right? This one, I could wear it with some denim, dark denim jeans if I want to be more casual, or I could tone it up with some chino jeans, like a stone, like a light gray, or for example, navy, right? Boom. Style tip number 3, accessories. I always try to put either a watch or bracelets, right? For example, I have this nice watch I got gifted. I put it on my left wrist because I'm left-handed. You can put it on your right, but typically try to match up things. You see how I have this skull bracelet? Boom. I love skulls, by the way. It matches the watch. It complements the watch. And if I would have it on this wrist, I'd go with something darker, right? For example, I got this this watch right here, right? So I would put it right next to this because it matches. It's got the same tones. I don't know if you can see it, but you know what I mean? Really nice, really nice. Accessories, belts. Make sure it always matches your shoes. For example, I got some burgundy shoes. I make sure to get a burgundy belt. If I get chocolate colored shoes, I get a chocolate colored belt. It doesn't matter what the buckle is or what brand it is. It really doesn't matter. But to each his own, okay? Style tip number 2, tailoring. Make sure the hem, the sleeves, and everything goes well, alright? So you go to a place, right? You're getting a suit made, and obviously the pants are going to be unhemmed, and they're going to ask you, what kind of hem would you like? For example, most gentlemen my age, around 18, 23, 25, they like a more higher cut. They want to show off their socks, and I mean, who wouldn't? I got some pretty cool socks myself. Not that flexible, but that's what we would call shoot, I forgot it. We'll come back to it. But what you want to avoid is getting hem that touches this part of the shoe. We're going to call that a full break. A medium break is something that I would highly encourage you guys to get. The reason why is because it's not too short and not too long, right? Slight break, it's going to be like right here, the shoe, right? It's got it perfectly indicated right here, where the heel is. And no break would be above it. And to each his own, but it just depends on, in my opinion, the actual event or the occasion. For example, you're going to prom, yeah, you could get some nice moccasins or some loafers and get a nice high break. No socks, some socks, it doesn't matter. It's your type of, your style, right? Now, I always say this, always get your stuff tailored, because if not, for example, you'll be looking like a goofy. Don't want to be looking like a goofy, right? Like, for example, I got this cashmere coat that I really, really enjoy. Haven't brought it out, but I still need to get it tailored. I'll give you some indications so you guys can have a clear idea. Right. Just a nice overcoat. I feel like the Great Gatsby right now. Never seen that movie, by the way. But for example, look. Try to button it. Well, yeah. So this one has 3 buttons. So you're always gonna button the first top 2, like I mentioned, right? So you got a little bit of play right here. Some may say it's all right. I like it more tapered. The sleeves, just about right, because you know, you don't want your wrist to get cold unless you get a nice pair, a nice set of gloves. Boom. So this one actually, I'm growing into it, and I believe it's a 40 short. I was a 38 short, but since I've been hitting the gym a little bit more, working out, doing construction, I think I'm growing my shoulders a little bit. I don't know. All right, and style tip number 1. I'm gonna give you guys my favorite suit, which is the one I'm wearing. I get the most compliments on it. I got, it's obviously custom from Espeto. Shout out to my guys at Espeto. I got my name on it. Custom tailored for M. Alex Gonzalez. It's my favorite suit because it pairs well with anything. And I get the most compliments of it. And they ask me where I get it from. They don't make many of these, so I guess that's one. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys a 3-piece suit, right? My other favorite suit. Ooh, this one I can't wait to put on. I'm not gonna put on the pants. I'll just put on the vest and the coat to show you guys how it looks. And also, if you get some nice suits, make sure to take care of them. Like for example, I'm just throwing stuff on my bed right now. Don't do that. What you want to do is take care of your stuff, right? Or else it's not gonna last. It's a cashmere coat. I should have it inside of a garment bag, but I don't. But you know what? It's alright. Here we go. Here we go. For example, lapel pins. They always add a splash of personality. This one is a paper airplane because I'm pretty fly for myself. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I'm not fly, but I like to think that. This one, for example, got sunglasses, right? Because it blocks all the shade from the haters. I'm just kidding. But boom. Now this one, I got inspired by the Joker. I saw the Joker maybe like a month and a half later. I was like, I need to get something green and purple. So I got inspired and I got a custom three-piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you what's so unique about this. This one has a peak lapel, double-breasted, flat-bottom vest. And I'm gonna put it on just to show you guys how it looks. And by the way, shout out to Joseph Bank that hooked me up with this for an incredible price. I don't know what kind of promos they're doing right now, but incredible. Incredible. What's another word I like using? Remarkable. Remarkable. Also, this one has my name on it too. 1905, custom made for M. Alex Gonzalez. Oh, this one doesn't have M. It's just Alex Gonzalez. I was gonna put some inappropriate stuff, but I was like, I need to grow up. Alright. So this is how you put on a vest, right? So it's gonna have a button right here, a buttonhole, and a button right here. So what you wanna do is put the button inside. This one just makes sure everything is nice. Like it pulls it downwards so it's nice and symmetrical. What I like doing is buttoning all of these because since this one is flat as opposed to the other one that I have that has points, it looks better, right? And double-breasted, it just looks more classier. It gives more personality, and definitely it's a conversation starter, right? And now the coat. Pairs well nicely, and just gives it a more formal look. Boom. Alright, we got this tailored by my boy Danny in Woodbridge. He's an amazing tailor. I really like it. It's a very comfortable suit. Although it's 100% wool, it's pretty cool. I don't know why. Oh yeah, let me just show you guys the other features. For example, on the inside, I got my name on it. I got a deep purple as a lining, but for the sleeves, it's a light purple. Why did I do that? Because I can. It was my choice. Right? Boom. And it's just subtle details like that that really make a difference. Now, that was 10 style tips for men. If you guys got any insight or any knowledge or like this video, make sure to smash that like button, drop a nice comment, and subscribe. We got new content dropping soon. I'm not gonna say how frequently because I'm a busy man.